Hi friends, welcome back to Amazing Women's World. In this video I'd be showing the complete makeover of this Sullivan dress. This was the very much requested video of Mimi Stewart. Let me elaborate the pattern. The bodice will have scallop ends with a beautiful gather bottom panel. Materials required are 75 centimeters cotton printed fabric and 1 meter 25 centimeters for the bodice and the lining preparation. Here I'd be showing for the age of 7. Firstly I'd be showing the markings for the lining. The length of the lining bodice is of 11 inches with the width of 28 inches. I made 2 equal pieces in width wise, so now it's 11 inches in length with the width of 14 inches of 2 layers. Give the margin lines of 1/4 inch on either sides width wise. Fold 2 panels into 4 layers and start transforming the measurements. On the fold, 3 inches is the neck width and 2 inches is the shoulder length. Mark the shoulder slope of 1 inch. Connect that point to the neckline. Mark the armhole length of 4.5 inches. Connect that to the shoulder slope. Chest length is 6.5 inches with the seaming allowance of 1/2 inch. Mark that point and connect with the line. Ensure you are marking the quarter part of total body circumference measurements. And the waist length measurements is of 6 inches with 1/2 inch seaming allowance. It is so simple. Marking the required measurements you can create for any age following the simple instructions in the video. Connect with the parallel lines from chest line to waistline and mark the midpoint of the armhole. Now connect with the curved line, the midpoint with the chest line. Mark 3 inches neck deep for the front and for the back 2 inches neck deep. Marking simple U-shaped neckline. Now give the seaming allowances of 1/4 inch towards the armhole and the shoulder line. This is for the back measurements. Now I cut on this marked dotted line. Separate both the panels. Now for the front, give the deep curve towards the armhole. Now cut on the marked lines. Now I'll mark the neck deep of 2 inches towards the back panel and also giving the slit of 5 inches. Done with the lining bodice. Now I'd lay this on the top layers. Mark and cut accordingly with these measurements. If you see these top layers, this is of 13 inches in length with the same width as the lining. Now I'd lay this lining on each individual layer and cut accordingly with the measurement. The hemline 2 inches extra, leave it like this. Place it on the fold, mark and cut accordingly. Use the contrast color for preparing the bodies to highlight this scalloped pattern. Now if you see the lining and the top layer of the body, the panels would look like this. And on this extra part I'd be marking the scallops, and I'd be taking 2 strips of width-wise 13 inches with the length of 3 inches. Mark the seaming allowances according to the bodice. Now measure the length between these points. The length would be of 13 inches. I would like to prepare 6 scallops on this board. So the length should be divided by 6. So 13 divided by 6 is 2.1 inches. It's just simple. The length should be divided by desired number of scallops. Could be 4, 5, 6 or greater than or less than. Here I'd be preparing 6 scallops with the length of 2.1 inches each. Mark the 2.1 inches. I'd be showing in an easy way. Fold this panel. Start marking the scallops. I'd be drawing free-handedly, but you can also use the shapes of this length to mark it. Ensure the shapes you are marking is perfect because it will reflect on the bodice. Ensure the markings you are giving towards the wrong side. Now I'll unfold this, overlay the other side on this marked scallops like this exactly. Now slowly tap it. You can see the scallops printed to another side. I'm just marking again. This way you'll get the perfect shapes with the equal length. Now I'll place another piece on this marked scallops. Again slowly tap it so that the markings will be transformed on this piece again. I'm also darkening this. Now with this, I'm done with the drafting and the cutting part. Now I'll show you how to join these pieces to the top layer of the bodice to make the scalloped bodice. Firstly, I'd be concealing these raw edges, folding 1/4 inch towards wrong side, start sewing. Now place this piece right on right and start sewing. That means right side top layer bodice on the right side of this piece. Start sewing on this scallop slowly. In the same way, you have to sew it for back panels also, laying right on right. Now trim off this extra pieces without disturbing the sewn thread line. Please do concentrate on the shapes. Now give the slits without crossing the thread line. Turn inside out. This is how the scallops bodice would look. Press it gently on this bodice so that underneath seaming elements will be settled properly. Now I'll join the lining with the top layer of the bodice, joining the necklines and the armholes for the front and back panels. Laying the right side of the lining on the right side of the top layer, start sewing towards the wrong side for the concealing of the raw edges of the neckline and the armhole. Now towards the back panel, I have given the slit towards the lining. I lay the right side of the lining on the right side of the top layer. Start concealing the raw edges of the neckline and the armholes. Leaving 1 cm seaming allowance. Start sewing the neckline. Run the footer exactly just adjacent to this slit in V shape. Reaching to slit end, insert the needle in, turn to another side and just sew accordingly. I assume it's clearly visible to you. Now give the slit till the slit end of the lining on the top layer of the bodice. And also give the slits towards this neckline and the armholes. Now if you see this margin line, I'd be joining this bottom part of the skirt, keeping aside top layer of the bodice. Now turn inside out and press it gently. I'm done with the pressing. Now align the shoulders of front and back, placing right on right. Insert the front bodice shoulder line into the back, holding it, turn inside out. That means towards the wrong side of the back panel, keeping constantly the front shoulder line in. Ensure that the sides should meet without any folds. Hold it properly. With the 1/4 inch seaming allowance, start sewing. Give the double stitches. Trim off the extras in the sides, turn inside out. You can see very well concealed raw edges of the shoulder line with the neat and clean finishings from inside and also from outside, both sides having the same look. In the same way, conceal the another side shoulder line raw edges. Now join the sides of the bodice, holding linings together and the bodice together towards wrong side. You can clearly see here the bodice of the front and back laying together and the lining bodice together. Start sewing. With half an inch seaming allowance, start sewing. Ensure both the armpits should meet. Follow the same instructions and join another side. With this I am done with the scalloped bodice. Now I'll show you how to make the bottom panel. The total width of the floral print is of 60 inches. And the length is of 20 inches. The same I followed with the lining. I've just joined the sides and hemmed the bottom part of the top layer and the lining. Now insert the lining into this top layer and give the basting stitch all around this waistline to make the gathers of the required length. If you wish, you can also give the pleats. Also join the lining of 3 to 4 layers to prepare the ball frock. The lining and the floral print is having the stiffness, so I am not joining the extra linings to get the ball frock or the ball gown look. Now start pulling the bobbin thread slowly to make the gathers. Take your time and do it, or else the thread will break. Now align the bodice and the bottom part. We have to join to this lining. You can see the margin line. Placing it right on right. Turn towards wrong side of the lining, keeping aside the top layer of the scallop body. Start sewing with half an inch seaming allowance. Ensure the sides of the body should be matched with the sides of the bottom panel. Hold both together like this. Turn towards wrong side. Start sewing. Lock it. Start sewing. Ensure that the gathers are equally spread. The bodice of the top layer should not be joined with this lining or the bottom of the skirt, as the pattern is meant to be independent to the lining. So it little by little, spreading the gathers. Once reached towards end, lock it and also give the double stitch for the long run. Excuse me for the delayed posting of this pattern. This was the most requested video of Mimi Stewart. Wanna dedicate this to her, of being patient to watch her request. I'm done with this scalloped bodice gather frock or the Sullivan dress pattern. See the beautiful adorable scallop bodice with a gather bowl frock look. Try this for your little ones. They would love to wear it. Please do leave your suggestions, recommendations in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do not forget to hit the like button to support and encourage for the future uploads. Also follow me in my Instagram and Facebook for the latest updates. Subscribe and stay tuned to watch more videos of latest fashions and trends. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.